how to fire your public defender and get the judge to appoint a new public defender for you. So this is for people that have a public defender and their public defender is not doing their job. You'll usually know that you have a bad public defender by the way they talk to you. Your bad public defender will scare you and say, well, if you go to trial, the judge is going to be mad at you and they're going to want to take it out on you. If you go to trial and lose, you're going to get a whole year of jail. The district attorney, the sheriff, the judge, they're all going to be mad because you're making them expend resources and then they're going to take it out on you. Those are examples of what a bad public defender will do when they talk to a client to try to get them to plead guilty and take away their hope and their desire to fight. So if you have a bad public defender, this is how you get them fired. And then you ask the judge to appoint a new one. It's the only way to do it. It's called a Ferretta motion. So when you go to court and they call your case, you have to be quick because they call cases quickly and move them quickly. As soon as they call your case, let's say your attorney's name is Smith and your name is Gonzalez. So you're in court and you're really sick of Mr. Smith. He's not doing anything for you. He's sapped you of all your hope. He hasn't met with you. He hasn't gone through police reports. He hasn't done any motions or legal research. He's done nothing except scare you into wanting to plead guilty. He just goes through the police reports and says, for example, oh, this is really bad. They have so much evidence against you. Oh, there's nothing I do for you here. You're going to lose. It's really bad. That's a bad public defender. So you're in court and you want to fire that public defender. So this is what you do. They call your case. The people versus Joe Gonzalez. Your attorney comes up and he starts to speak. You need to jump in and say, Your Honor, I need to fire my public defender. And the judge might want to shut you up. Mr. Gonzalez, just talk to your lawyer. You shouldn't be talking to me. No, Your Honor, I need to speak. My rights are at stake. I need to fire my public defender. I need to be heard. Don't let the judge shut you up. Don't let your attorney shut you up. You have to jump in and speak out because otherwise they'll just railroad right past you and you won't get a chance to speak. What's supposed to happen is now that you've told the judge that you want to fire your lawyer, the judge is going to say, okay, we'll get to you in a moment. Hang on. But eventually what the judge is supposed to do is have a closed hearing. Once they have a Ferretta hearing, what the judge will do or should do is empty out the courtroom so that you can have a private conversation between you, yourself, the judge, you, and your attorney, plus the court reporter and the deputy to make sure that no one gets hurt inside the courtroom. But everyone else is kicked out. And then you have a private hearing. And the judge will ask you, okay, Mr. Gonzalez, what's going on? You said you wanted to fire your public defender. Why is that? And the judges are also very aggressive and pushy and try to get you to not fight for your rights. And they'll say things like this, because I've seen it. Oh, Mr. Gonzalez, I don't see anything wrong with Mr. Smith. I work with Mr. Smith. Mr. Smith is in here in my courtroom hundreds of times a day. He's very professional. I'm sure he's doing a great job. I believe in him. You can work with Mr. Smith, can't you, Mr. Gonzalez? You're a reasonable man. I know Mr. Smith is a reasonable man. Don't you think you can try to work together? Don't say yes. Don't get pushed into saying a yes by a judge who doesn't want to grant your Ferretta motion. You need to be real clear. And then the judge will say, well, what has Mr. Smith done wrong? Please be specific. What has your attorney not been doing that makes you want to fire them? Well, Your Honor, I have not had any substantial conversations with my lawyer about my case. My lawyer has not discussed the police reports in detail with me. My lawyer hasn't discussed any possible defenses. My lawyer, to my knowledge, hasn't done any research, hasn't written any motions, hasn't done anything really substantial to help me fight for my rights or to prepare for trial. So I need a lawyer who's going to fight for me and protect my rights. And so I'd like to have him be removed, and I need the court to appoint me a new public defender because I can't afford one. And so that's what you do. You have to give specifics. And don't say yes when the judge tries to pressure you into staying with your lawyer. When the judge says, oh, I know Mr. Smith. He's a good lawyer. He's in my courtroom all the time. He's very professional. I'm sure you can work with him, can't you? This is what you say. No, Your Honor, I can't work with him. For the last 2 months, he's been my lawyer, and he's already proven to me that he doesn't care about my case. He's just trying to push me to plead guilty. He's telling me I'm going to lose. He doesn't talk to me about any possible defenses. He hasn't prepared me for trial. He's already had his chance to work with me, and he's proven to me that he doesn't care about me and that he doesn't want to fight for my rights. I'm getting ineffective assistance of counsel, Your Honor, and I have a right under the Constitution to effective assistance of counsel. So please remove this attorney and appoint me another one. I need one because I can't afford one. And I have the right to effective counsel, and I'm not having that, Your Honor. My rights are being violated. I need that to happen. So you stick to your guns and you don't let the judge push you into saying, yes, you're going to work with that guy anymore. Don't say yes to the judge. And don't let your attorney talk over you and silence you. You have to be aggressive to request a Faretta motion in court. Otherwise, you're never going to get your attorney fired and get another one appointed. The judge might try to scare you into saying, I'm sorry, Mr. Gonzalez, but if you want your own lawyer, you have to pay for one. Do you have the funds for that? This is how you answer. No, Your Honor, I have the right under the Constitution to a court-appointed lawyer if I can't afford one. And I have the right to effective court-appointed lawyer if I can't afford one. And I'm telling you that this person is not being effective, so I need the court to appoint me a court-appointed lawyer, which is my right. So no, I don't have to pay for one when I don't have the money. I need you to appoint one for me. Throw it back in the judge's face. You know, they're misinterpreting the law and they're misapplying the law if they're telling you that the only way you can fire Smith is by shelling out for your own lawyer. So this is how you request and get a Faretta motion. You fire your public defender and you get a new one. And remember, the way you identify a good public defender is the way they talk to you. If they listen to you, if they give you time, if they go over the police reports, if they strategize with you on ways that maybe can help you win or get a better deal or better sentence, if they, work with you, if they give you hope, that's a good public defender. So that's what you need to know. And remember that, save this video, like, follow, and share if you think this is useful information. It's called a Faretta motion for people that have a public defender and want to go to trial and don't have the money to hire someone like me. Good luck.